Mizoram Chief Minister urges central intervention for solution to border dispute, appeals to people to promote peace. Assam Cabinet decides to form high-level body to suggest measures for modernization of state police. PV Sindhu storms into badminton pre-quarterfinals of Tokyo Olympics. Boxer Pooja Rani enters knockout stage in women's middleweight. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren announces hepatitis treatment will be free from now on in model treatment centres. And Meghalaya Chief Minister inaugurates footbridge in southwest Khasi Hills. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee. Now the stories in detail. In news from Northeast first, 2 days after the flare-up on the Assam-Mizoram border, Mizoram Chief Minister Pu Zoramthanga today appealed to the people to stay calm and promote peace in this time of great difficulty. The Chief Minister is currently under home quarantine after a COVID-19 positive contact. This has affected the normal working of Chief Minister's office to a certain extent. Zoramthanga took to Twitter requesting the centre's intervention to find a solution to the long-pending issue. He appealed to the public to stay calm and promote peace. It may be recalled here that in an unfortunate flare-up on the interstate border, at least 6 personnel of the Assam Police and a civilian were killed in firing, escalating an ongoing boundary row between the neighbouring states. In Assam, the State Cabinet in its weekly meeting today decided to constitute a 2-man police commission to suggest measures to strengthen the policing system in the state within 3 months. Briefing the media after the meeting, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Piyush Hazarika informed that the commission will be headed by former Additional Chief Secretary Assam Himanshu Shekhar Das and former Director General of Police P.V. Sumant. The Cabinet also decided to fill vacant posts of 15,000 police personnel from September. 5 new police battalions with 6,270 new recruits will also be formed.
Enhanced security system, our নিরাপত্তা ব্যবস্থাটো আৰু শক্তিশালী কৰিবলৈ এই কমিটিখনে কামকাজ কৰিব অহা 3 মাহৰ কাৰণে আৰু তেখেতলোক 2 গৰাকীকে অহা 3 মাহৰ
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma spoke to his Assam counterpart Himanta Biswa Sharma in regard to a skirmish along the interstate boundary at Longkuli village in Reboy district, which took place on Monday, following the setting up of electric poles. Both the chief ministers decided that there should not be any further instigation and peace should be maintained along the boundary. Both sides have decided to exercise restraint and promote peace, the chief minister said. Meghalaya and Assam state governments are working towards finding an amicable solution to the interstate boundary dispute.
I had called up the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam and communicated to him that we need to maintain peace. Accordingly, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam also has agreed, and yesterday itself instructions were given that that there should be maintenance of peace in that area. And while discussions on different issues in the border are going on already, there is no need to escalate or create tension. At the same time, I had requested the Honorable local MLA from Jirang constituency to make a visit to the location, and he is there today assessing the situation. He will report back by evening. So as of now, both the Assam government and Meghalaya government are communicating to ensure that there is no escalation of the situation on the ground.
Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned for the day today following continuous protest by the opposition parties over Pegasus snooping and other issues. When the Lok Sabha met for the day, members from Congress, DMK, TMC and other opposition parties trooped into the well, raising slogans over the issues. This forced the presiding officer to adjourn the House for the day till 2 p.m. The same protests followed when it met again. The presiding officer adjourned the House for the day. Proceedings in Rajya Sabha were also repeatedly disrupted today before being called off for the day. Opposition members protested on the Pegasus snooping issue, petrol price hike and farm bills. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today discussed bilateral issues with visiting U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken in New Delhi. In his opening remarks, Dr. Jaishankar highlighted that India-U.S. cooperation covers virtually all domains of contemporary relevance. He also spoke about the shared interests, similar concerns and strong convergences. Cooperation against the COVID pandemic was also highlighted by the External Affairs Minister. He spoke on striving for peace and prosperity in Indo-Pacific, working for democratic stability in Afghanistan, deepening of the quadrilateral security dialogue quad, and working even closer on contemporary challenges and conversations on global issues. The U.S. Secretary of State said President Biden's determination is to strengthen the relationship between India and the U.S.
We must collectively work to preserve them. Afghanistan must neither be home to terrorism nor a source of refugees.
In news from Tokyo Olympic Games, Indian Eves continued their winning spree today as boxer Pooja Rani entered the quarterfinals, while star shuttler PV Sindhu and archer Deepika Kumari progressed to pre-quarterfinals. PV Sindhu stormed into the pre-quarterfinals of women's singles after defeating Hong Kong's Cheung Nhan. In boxing, Pooja Rani entered the quarterfinals, knocking out Ichrak Chaib of Algeria. Archer Deepika Kumari reached pre-quarterfinals in women's category, defeating Michino Fernandez Jennifer of USA. In men's category, Praveen Jadhav earlier defeated Kalsan Byarzapov of Russian Olympic Committee in elimination round. In other competitions of archery, Tarundeep Rai lost to Itai Sheni of Israel. In women's hockey, India lost to defending champions Great Britain 1-4 in their third Pool A clash. Sharmila Devi scored the lone goal for India. In Meghalaya, BJP MLA from South Shillong, Sanbor Shilai, was sworn in as a new cabinet minister in place of Health Minister A.L. Hek at Raj Bhavan on Tuesday in the presence of Governor Satyapal Malik. The swearing-in ceremony was attended by all state cabinet ministers. The MLA from South Shillong Assembly constituency is a three-time elected representative and has earlier served as deputy speaker. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said the decision to induct Sanbor Shilai in the cabinet was taken based on the letter sent by Meghalaya BJP President Ernest Maury. More than 44 crore 61 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry has said the recovery rate has reached 97.39%. More than 41,000 patients recovered during last 24 hours. Till now, more than 3 crore 6 lakh 63,000 people have recovered from COVID-19. India reported more than 43,000 new cases in last 24 hours. Country's active caseload is currently over 3 lakh 99,000. The weekly positivity rate remains below 5% and it is currently at 2.36%. The daily positivity rate is 2.51% and it remains below 5%. 640 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Till now, more than 4,22,000 people have lost their lives due to the pandemic. In COVID update from the region, Arunachal Pradesh recorded 4,287 active cases, 42,292 cured cases, while the dead numbered at 221. In Assam, active cases clocked at 13,688, while discharge cases stood at 5,41,240. The tally for the dead is 5,180. Manipur has 10,802 active cases, followed by 82,521 cured cases, while the dead accounted for 1,498. Settled with 5,332 active cases, Meghalaya has registered 56,101 discharge cases. The tally for the dead is 1,040. Reporting 10,924 active cases, Mizoram has recorded 24,233 released cases, even as the dead accounted for 140. Nagaland has logged 1,316 active cases, followed by 25,606 discharge cases. The dead numbered at 550. Sikkim has recorded 3,075 active cases, cases, while the released cases touched 22,208 and deaths at 333. Lastly, Tripura recorded 3,754 active cases and 72,910 cured cases, while the Delhi counted for 748. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren today declared that from now on, hepatitis B treatment in the state will be free of cost at model treatment centers at JNIMS and RIMS. Informing this in a tweet, he said, and I quote, "As we observe the World Hepatitis Day today, let us unite to spread awareness on prevention of the deadly disease and save precious lives," unquote. In Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu today inspected the ongoing construction work of Gompa of Gyankar village in Tawang. In a tweet, Khandu said, Buddhist Gompas are best places to visit for inner peace and comfort. He said, and I quote, "The Gompas are a dazzling spectacle featuring marvelous works of local Buddhist architecture, art, interior designs and paintings," unquote. In Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today inaugurated a footbridge over Ralang River at Jashiar village in southwest Khasi Hills, constructed in a record time of 3 months. In a tweet, Sangma said this is a bright example of community initiative. The travel distance to Maukeriat market has been reduced significantly from 8 to 3 kilometers. Meghalaya has been a top performing state in India in MGNREGA scheme implementation, he added. In Colombo, the second T20 international between India and Sri Lanka scheduled to be played last night was postponed by a day after Indian all-rounder Krunal Pandya tested positive for COVID-19. The 8 members identified as close contacts are said to include Surya Kumar Yadav and Prithvi Shaw, who are due to travel to England for next month's test series. Since the close contacts are mostly players, India may have to field a depleted side. The second T20 international will be played today, while the third and final encounter will take place tomorrow. The match will start at 8 p.m. India won first T20 international of the 3-match series on Sunday. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. And to end the news, the main points once again. Mizoram Chief Minister urges central intervention for solution to border dispute, appeals to people to promote peace. Assam Cabinet decides to form high-level body to suggest measures for modernization of state police. PV Sindhu storms into badminton pre-quarterfinals of Tokyo Olympics. Boxer Pooja Rani enters knockout stage in women's middleweight. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren announces hepatitis treatment will be free from now on in model treatment centers. And Meghalaya Chief Minister inaugurates footbridge in southwest Khasi Hills. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. This brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.